Hey, what's up, Bully fam? This is Chris, Film Bully Camp, signing in once again. Today we have a very important and simple, interesting topic, and it's about co-owning your dog. Uh, it sounds simple, but it's a very crucial stage where we cannot let go of our dogs, and we want him to be at reach from us. So co-owning is an option. Yeah, we will tackle all the if then else and buts of co-owning in this episode. So please do stand by and watch until the end of the video. Let's go. Have you ever gone to a stage where you have a lot of dogs and you have a dog that you can't let go? You have dogs that of the same caliber and you just can't keep all of them. Well, co-owning is an option. Of course, we want all our dogs to be safe and within reach from us, and make sure that when we need them, we can see them and reach them and look at them, of course, with regards to their health. So this topic is about the safety and the security of the dog. And of course, when you want them or you need them, you can reach out and use the dog easily and without any problems. What is co-owning? Co-owning is where two people are listed as owners in the registry of the dog. That means there are two owners in one dog. And sometimes co-owning two is where one owner is a part owner of that dog until they fulfill the contract and the rights or full rights to the ownership is given to that part-time owner. Why do breeders co-own their dogs? Some breeders co-own their dogs because they wanna give the dog more care, and that they have too many dogs. They are looking for families that will take over the care of the dog, but they will have a contract that the dog needs to be brought to the dog shows and be taken care of health-wise. Any breach to the contract, the breeders gets back the dogs, because the breeders will be checking on their dog, on the dog once a while, because it will be listed in the contract. Usually breeders, before they co-own their dogs, they go first to their families, their cousins, the ones that are close to them, so that they can reach out to the dog anytime. But sometimes the families don't like dogs, so they go to the close friends, the friends of the close friends, and it continues. And if nobody takes it again, they can go to the internet and post it in Facebook or Instagram for co-ownership. The breeders, when they see something in the dog, like it's good structure and it can win on shows, but they have too many dogs of the same caliber, they cannot just let go of it. Instead, they hold on to the dogs and co-own them, because the dog itself might throw something special or throw out a puppy that's something special, and it's $1 million dog. So that's why the breeders co-owns the dog, so that they still have the chance of having or owning $1 million dog that dog produced. In the contract of co-owning, you will see some key points there, like the dog must be taken care of, regular checkups to the vet, the dog must be brought to dog shows to win titles or to be a champ. The dog, usually you see stud credits, or when the beach that was co-owned had needs to be bred. The co-owner and the breeder needs to talk about what stud to use on it on the dog, and if the dog gets pregnant, they're gonna half the litter, or the breeder gets 1 or 2 puppies out of the litter, or if there's 2 puppies only, they will sell both puppies or 1 for each. Those if then else statements, that there is always a part wherein both co-owner and the real owner will get something out of the breeding of that dog. Let's go to the situation where a breeder has a male showstopper puppy. Yes, I said puppy. So usually dogs, they don't pop out, or they don't get to their full potential when they're like 2 years old. So the breeder, when he co-owns that male show dog or show puppy, they will make a contract that the one that wants to co-own that male puppy will pay something like 50% of the price of the dog, or something. For example, the breeder prices the dog at 10K, and the co-owner offers 5K to co-own part of the male puppy, and the breeder agrees with it, with the contract that the co-owner needs to show the dog, and that he can have the dog with full rights until the puppy gets the title, or to be a champ. That's when the co-owner gets the full rights, or the breeder signs the paperwork for full rights for the co-owner when he gets the title. It's not easy, but if that co-owner agrees with it, he has to bring the dog to shows. He has to fulfill the contract so that he can have that dog as the sole owner of the puppy. Also, if that male puppy matured enough to be a stud, and they stud it out and it makes money, they can put in the contract too that they will have the income. So they have the income, and they can put into contract too that the breeder, the real owner, can use that show winner puppy for his breeding too. And it should be done even though he's a part owner of the contract or the puppy. He can use the dog anytime. It's up to the co-owner if he will agree with it and with the breeder, but they have to sit down before everything else. Sit down on a table and talk it out. And until if they agree with each condition, then they will make a contract and both parties should sign it. There are a lot of ways by which you can co-own. You make for example, the value of the puppy is 10K, and the breeder wants 5K for it, or 4K, or 3K. It's part of the deal. The co-owner, the one who wants to be a co-owner, gives the money, part of the money, to the breeder, and then the co-owner gets the puppy home. And then, but in the contract, it says the puppy needs to be shown in dog shows, and when he reaches at the right age, they will stud him out, and the breeder could use him anytime. And if they make money out of the male puppy dog when he grows up, they can put percentage on the income. The thing is, with every move they make with the dog, the stud, the shows, or anything, the breeder and the co-owner should agree on it and put it in the contract. The contract is the one that binds them as the owners of that dog. Usually when the co-owner pay a part of the value of the dog, sometimes the breeder, they put the co-owner's name in the registry already. But sometimes if they have other things to fulfill in the contract, like showing the dogs, like the dog needs to be showed, that they are studying the dog until like 10 studs credit, and that's when they transfer the full rights to the co-owner, and that's when they apply for another paperwork that he's the full right owner of the dog, and they put it in a contract. So that needs to be fulfilled. That's when he gets the paperwork. It depends on the agreement of the co-owner and the breeder usually. So the breeder and the co-owner usually needs to have a good relationship and always communicate with every step they made with regards with the dog that they co-own. Another situation is, for example, a female dog was co-owned, and sometimes part of money is involved too, like the value of the dog is 10K, the co-owner gave 3K, the co-owner gets to bring the female dog home. By the way, the female dog is like adult already, so the breeder co-owned for 3K, plus when the female dog gets pregnant, if they breed her and she gets pregnant, then the co-owner agrees to take half of the litter, and there's agreement that the breeder will take half of the litter, and they signed it in a contract. That's another way. Not all co-owned agreement turns out good. So before you decide on co-owning a dog, you have to think twice or 3 times and make sure that all agreements are noted in the and all are documented in that contract. Co-owning is not a joke, and it's a full responsibility. Both parties have full responsibility while that dog is still living. Communication is a major key factor too with both parties, like the co-owner and the breeder. They should communicate with each other in every step that they make with regards with the dog. Not all co-owning agreements turns out good. Some are married couples, they divorce, they should talk it out and what to do with the dog. Some co-owners, they disagree late with the breeders and they don't like the agreement, but they signed the agreement, so they should go to court to settle that problem. So before you sign a co-owning contract with the dog or with the breeder, think 5 times, and because everything boils down to the dog, the proper care and responsibility of that dog. Well, I hope you learned a lot from this episode, and please do like, share, and subscribe, and I hope all is well with you guys. And if you have other suggestions and comments, feel free to comment so I could learn too. Thank you and God bless. Bye.